Sorry, everybody. Hey, welcome to our concert. This is our middle school band concert, grades 6 through 8, our first one in a year and a half, first live concert. So needless to say, we're really excited to have you here tonight and to perform for you. So we're going to start with our 6th grade band. This is our beginning band. This is their first concert ever. So our first in-person concert, right? Yeah. So we didn't get to do this. We usually do a concert for beginning band camp in August, and then we also do one in December. And usually you get to hear the progression through the year, but we didn't get to do that this year. So we're going to show you a little bit of what we sounded like at the beginning of the school year when we first got our instruments. Actually, that sounded better than it did. So, okay, we're actually going to play a song for you. We're going to play 2 pieces of music for you. This first one is called Procession of Heroes. So what's really cool about that is when we started the year, we were just all playing the same notes, playing unison. So everybody's playing the exact same thing. With this song, we were playing at sometimes 4, 5, 6 different parts of the time, which is a really big deal, which is what we get to see from the beginning of band camp all the way till now. So, it only gets better, folks. It only gets better. Now they're going to show you they can stand up and play at the same time. It's wild. It took a while to get down, but they've done it. I can tell you, we can show you they've done it. Yeah, so those things, those milestones that these kids are learning, especially in this first year, will learn so much and get so much better from 0 to 100. This is my favorite time of the year to see that we can all see that. And you'll see that with 7th and 8th grade as well, later in the concert, that they continue to get better and better. So this next piece is called Popcorn Prelude, and it features every section of the band, so you will get to hear from each instrument. Please enjoy the 6th grade band. Now as we get our 7th graders out here on the stage, we have a little bit shorter program tonight. You know, obviously you know that we had planned to have the 6th through 12th grade bands perform in one concert, which is usually what we do. Alexis, come on. It's usually what we do, but we split it up to get more people in the audience, so we are glad to have you guys here. Our 7th graders were not able to have an in-person concert last year. I'm sure those of you with kids in the 7th grade band remember the virtual concert we had. We were basically prepared to put on a concert in March, which was awesome. But our students worked really hard and did something that they'd never done before. They recorded themselves while playing along with the video of me playing their parts. It was like 50 hours of work. It was wild. It was wild. Lots of staring at my computer. My wife can attest. and I appreciate her putting up with that. But the kids, I know, worked really hard, and it was, like I said, something they'd never done before, so it was like really awkward, one, to take a video of yourself playing your instrument, and two, really hard to do. Like, I don't know if anybody out there has ever listened. Some of them had to use like multiple devices, listening to me play their part on one device while recording themselves on a different device. And then make sure that it was good enough. Because you can't just like record part of it and then report and the rest was bad and then like redo the second half of it. You have to do it all in one take. So they worked very hard last year. They stuck it out. And then the same thing this year for our winter concert. Though already seasoned veterans at that point, right? It was easy peasy. Just put it on Schoology. So we are very excited to be here tonight with the 7th and 8th grade bands too. They had a chamber ensemble concert earlier this year. Maybe you caught that on YouTube. But this is also our first performance in a year and a half. So now that I've stalled long enough for them to get ready, this is our 7th grade band playing Midnight Sky. I yell at them for being not ready. Okay. I love that piece. It's so beautiful. I'm sorry, I'm just taking it back. That was really cool. Am I embarrassing you, Alexis? Gosh. That's a really cool piece of music. Obviously, you hear how the melody starts at one measure, and then halfway through it starts again in a round, which was tough at first, but we handled it pretty well, I'd say. It's really hard to play slow music. It's very hard. But what do we do to make sure that we don't rush? Watch me and what else? No, guys, the one with the S. Like math thing. This is not going how I thought it would go. Subdivide, yes, thank you. Oh my goodness. We're all ear on one concept. Subdividing is when we break rhythms up. If there's a whole note that gets 4 beats long, we break it down into eighth notes, which take up, well, there's eighth notes in a whole note. So we hear smaller increments. It's like if you were trying to count to 6, you started on 1 and didn't say anything for 6. In your head, you're hearing 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Exactly what we're doing when we're subdividing. It's a next level musical concept. No big deal. So, this next piece is also next level. Our 7th grade has been working very hard at this. There's a lot of time changes, and there's different pieces. This is called Pictures at an Exhibition. Originally written for piano by Modest Mussorgsky, a Russian composer. And it was written about an art exhibit, obviously Pictures at an Exhibition, by a friend of his who was an artist who passed away. And so he and a critic decided to put together an exhibition to celebrate his life. We'll look it up. We'll talk about it again. We looked at the pieces of art that these movements are based off of. Victor. Yeah, actually it was. Nice. Look at that. Steel trap. Victor Crumb, that's from Harry Potter. We'll think of it. Okay, we won't sit on it. Okay. So he went through this art exhibit and he wrote music based on every piece that drew him in. And this features 3 movements of the work. Promenade, which is like entering the exhibit, the entrance, which has the main theme. The second one is the hut of Baba Yaga, which was really fun to talk about. Luke was really into this one. Baba Yaga is this witch in Russian folklore, right? That flies around and eats children, right? And so this is supposed to be scary because it's Baba Yaga's house. And that was one of the pieces the pieces of art. And then the third one is the Great Gate of Kiev, which is very famous. You might recognize it, but it was this king of what is it? Tsar of Russia, I think, who survived an assassination attempt and decided to build a giant gate into the city to commemorate him surviving an assassination attempt. And then realized that was dumb and didn't actually build it. But this art was like put out there as a bid for the gate that never existed. So this is Pictures at an Exhibition. We hope you enjoy. Folks, this is our 8th grade band. This is their 3rd year dealing with me as their director. And this is our last concert together, which is always a bittersweet moment. Because we get to the end, we get to the progression, the spot where I take them and leave them, and let Mr. Clumpy guide them towards continued musicianship. Did that sound good? I just made that up. That's good. Okay. Whew. Man, this is like, I look forward to this concert because we performed at our best level in middle school. And it's bitter because I don't get to see them again. I don't get to play music with them again. So, we're just going to leave it all out there, right? It's like our championship game. Leave it all in the court, everybody. They're all looking over like, what are you doing right now? Maybe someday we'll have trading cards. Right? Someday, I'll get your trading cards. Sam. It'll be fun. He gave Miss Schmitz a trading card for his basketball team, guys. I just thought I'd use this public platform to try to get one. So, this is it. This is where we leave it all on the table, and you get to experience it with us. So, this is our 8th grade band playing another one of my favorite pieces of music called Rippling Watercolors. This piece is about watercolors. So imagine, you can close your eyes while we're playing, and imagine painting with rippling watercolors. And maybe at some point, you spill. That's okay. It will correct itself. Here's our 8th grade band. That was really good. I don't really have words to say now after that. That was really good. It takes a lot for us as musicians in band to go from playing notes on a page to making music. And that was absolutely making music. Which is why this concert is my favorite. It's really cool. It's my first time in 6 years sick. Made me cry. That was really cool. Thanks, guys. So this next piece I made them do some reading of The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Right? You guys read that? What was the other piece that you read, or the other poem that you read by Edgar Allan Poe in English class? The Telltale Heart. Yeah. What kind of poetry does Edgar Allan Poe write? Creepy, dark, right? Yeah. So this is a piece of music written about the Raven. Many of you know the Raven, right? It's a classic. I think my first exposure to the Raven was, unbeknownst to my mother, was watching it on the Halloween episode of The Simpsons when I was a kid. Yeah. Nevermore is the bird that says it. And so every time we talk about it, I just say nevermore, and they have no idea what I'm talking about. But this piece of music was written about that poem, and it is challenging, right? But we can do it. We know we can do it because we have done. I gave this to them originally before we went full pandemic last year. And then we came back to it this year, and I thought, what was I thinking giving this to some 7th graders? Because it's pretty challenging, right? Yeah. There's a lot of crazy stuff. We talked about 4, 5, 6 parts going on at a time. There's more than that in this one. And it's all fast, and it's a lot about playing in this room, too. We talk about it a lot as a band, but we don't talk with you about it. This is a weird room to play in. We're usually in the band room, which is very dead because of all this soundproofing, right? So in there, it's easier to play than in here, where it's a really big space, where we fill this up with our sound and we hear ourselves back. Now, if you notice, we're spread out a lot too. In a space like this, we generally, in a normal world, would be really close together so that we can hear each other a lot better. It just makes it easier to play. However, we are spread out, which means we cannot rely on just listening to each other like we usually do. So what do we need to do? As the great philosopher Silento once said, ooh, watch me, watch me. That's right. So, whoever that was, thank you so much. It was funny like 4 years ago. Do you guys think it's funny? Okay, well, maybe the first time, but not the 3 out of 10. We had some conversations about this piece. Did we not? And I hope, maybe some nods of heads, I hope you heard them practicing this piece at home in the last couple weeks. So I yell because I care, and I care a lot. So, this is our final piece with our 8th grade band. This is Thus Spoke the Raven.
Just wanted to do something that fit the 9th grade band as it is this year, and we're not trying to squeeze them into something that they're not. And so this is something where we can all participate and have a meaningful part, and it sounds exactly like it was written to sound. So very, very challenging rhythms there when we first looked at it. I think most of them went cross-eyed, and so I'm very proud at how hard they worked and how well they just performed that. So that was Can Slam? Is that one? Can Slam? Yeah. And I think they did a great job. Good. We do have some actual band music for you tonight. But before we move on, we did have 2 9th grade students this year that earned their letter. And as we do these awards, with the exception of a couple bigger ones later on, I'm not going to hand them all out right away. So at the end of the concert, find me, I'll give you it. We can take the picture and, you know, the thing, right? So, 2 students in the freshman band this year that lettered. The first one is Hope Aronson. And the second one is Kaylin Fisher. And they earn those letters by, as a freshman, doing everything. Right? Pep band, jazz band, everything they can do. And this year that was a little limited, but congratulations to those 2 for their dedication and hard work. So, good job. right, so we have a lot of people that are in this group, and there are some in the 10th through 12th grade that aren't in band this quarter that also lettered. So what I'll have you do is just stand up when I say your name, okay? From the 10th grade, we have Brianna Schmidt and Katie Dolan. Yeah, absolutely, good. Good. For the juniors, we have Cassidy Beckerman, Andrew Burnett, he's up in the booth back there, yeah. Noah Kaltoff, Megan Coughlin, Elizabeth Murden, and Brennan Schaffner. And for our seniors, this is a long list. Is that a drum roll or are you tuning the timpani? He's tuning the timpani. Okay. Seniors, Alex Aronson, Abby Kristen, Ben Felling, Natalie Fisher, Travis Holt, Kane Jocks, Aaron Jewell, Landon Culzer, Logan Moeller, Austin Punzak, Luke Rentschler, Nick Rugemer, Bobby Joe Schmidt, Madison Stitch, and Gina Wiggy. Again, I'll hand out those awards at the end of the night. Tonight we have the opportunity to recognize a man who's dedicated nearly his entire professional life to the students of Albany Area High School. Tim Wiggy became the band director here in 1989. As we were talking this morning, we found out that was the year I was born. So, fun fact. Sorry, Tim. Okay. After 13 years of directing the bands in Albany, he became the principal of Albany High School. If I remember the story correctly, it was like a summertime thing. It was kind of like, hey, Tim, you're going to be the principal now. Or maybe, I'm not going into a lot of details, but it was obviously a whole process. But if I remember the story correctly, you didn't know your last concert was your last concert. And throughout his time here, he has strongly advocated for the arts, culminating in the drive to build the room that we get to play in here today. When we opened the auditorium a few years ago, I offered him a chance to conduct on that concert, and in his Tim way, he said, no, it's not about me. We settled on, when he retires, he's going to conduct a piece of music. And that time has come. So please join me in welcoming a distinguished music educator conducting Metro Dance by Randall Standridge, Tim Wiggy. I told the 9th graders I would tell them when to leave. That's my fault. They were doing good. You did so good. That's my fault. This is the part of every year that I hate. Not the concert. This next thing where I have to give out these awards. This year I have 24 seniors graduating from the band program, which is excellent. And I've told them a number of times. I was telling Tim the other day, giving these awards out is impossible. I could go through the list and I could justify giving the Director's Award to every single senior that's graduating. And it's tough that I can't. And this year I had to go, when deciding on the Director's Award, I had to look at strictly, I couldn't look at the kids, right? I love them all. I can't look at who they are. I had to look at what they've done. When I looked at, like, thing for thing, what they've done, 4-way tie. So then I had to default to strictly number of quarters they've been in band. So I'm not joking when I say this award could go to any number of very deserving kids. But this year, the Director's Award that I hand out goes to Austin Punzak. You thought you got to go sit down. No, you have to stand there for the other two. The other two awards are easier because I have the kids vote. And I don't have to be in charge of that decision. And again, any number of kids that could have gone to, a lot of years, you have them vote and it's like, yeah, it's this person. And our two winners did get a substantial amount of votes, and they were clear winners. But a lot of people got votes. And that goes to show again for just how awesome this senior class is. And so we're going to start with the Louis Armstrong Award. That's the Jazz Band Award. The Outstanding Jazz Performer is how I described it in the ballot that the students were voting on. And the kids in the jazz band voted this year that Gina Wiggy wins the Louis Armstrong Award. Last award voted on by their classmates for just outstanding musician. It's the John Philip Sousa Award, and it's for this group. It's the band, the American band that we do every day, and it's the person that exemplifies that participation in that ensemble. And again, I hope you know this. Parents of seniors out here, I hope you know this. All of you could have gotten this. But this year, Bobby Joe Schmidt is the one who won that award. One more round of applause. Thank you. All right, now you can go sit down. For this next one, I don't know, some of you may remember, about a week ago we sent out an email saying, here's how we're going to do the concert. And then about 2 days later, we sent out an email saying, never mind, here's how we're going to do the concert. And when we did that, I was like, oh, we need some more music. Because, I cut it down to not make the concert too long. Anyway, we've been working on this next one to play for the 5th graders. As they're thinking about signing up for band next year. And I said, what do you think? We can get it ready for the concert? And they said, oh yeah, we can do that. So here's How to Train Your Dragon. We now just want to take a moment to recognize all of the seniors and let you know what they're doing and maybe some of the fun things they remember about being in band. And because you've heard my voice enough already tonight, I have some volunteers that will come up now and read them. Seniors, when your name is called, you're going to stand up and you're going to stay standing, okay? You guys, you're all going to read. It's okay. They're not scary. I'm talking to them all night. Here we go. Alex Aronson.
Okay, Alex Aronson is one of our baritone players, and he will be attending the University of River Falls to major in applied physics. Alex's favorite band memory was visiting the Garden of the Gods on the marching band trip.
Abby Christian, one of our many percussionists graduating, will be going to MSUM to major in both special education and early education. Her favorite band memory would probably have to be all of the jazz trips.
Casey Court is one of the clarinets graduating. Casey will be going to SCSU, and her favorite band memory was playing the cymbals in marching band and passing out during jazz band in the morning of the concert and scaring the crap out of Mr. Herdon. Katie Dobmeyer is another percussionist. Katie will be attending SCSU to get her general education credits done. Her favorite band memory would have to be the band meme days after concerts.
Ben Felling is a graduating tuba player. He will be attending NDSU this fall for computer engineering. His favorite band memory was when Mr. Herdon wore a comically large-sized cowboy hat to school.
Michaela Gherkin, yet another one of our many percussionists who are graduating, will be going to Ridgewater on the path to become a vet tech. Her favorite band memory will be all of the jazz trips that she went on. The next senior is Natalie Fisher, who is an alto saxophonist, who will be attending NDSU for mechanical engineering. Natalie's favorite memory was getting into Jazz 1 as a freshman.
Jacob Gord is a trombonist who is going to be in the United States Marine Corps. His favorite band memory is the basketball pep bands.
Travis Imhol is a trumpet player. Travis will be attending NDSU to major in history, education, and social sciences. His favorite band memory was not hitting the high B during the Star-Spangled Banner. Kane Jacques is a clarinet player who will continue to make his own music after he graduates. His favorite memory was all of the pep bands that we played.
Erin Jewell is our only oboe player. She will be going to the University of Minnesota Duluth to major in biology. Her favorite band memory was everything.
Erica Jungles is a flute player. She is currently undecided as to what she will do after graduation, but we are sure it will be great things. Her favorite band memory is Mr. Cluppy fake hitting his head on signs while trying to prank us. Nathan Kaltoff is a trombonist who plans on attending NDSU for electrical engineering. Nathan fondly remembers all of his pep band performances.
Landon Kulzer also plays trombone. Landon will be going to St. John's University to study chiropractors and play in the bands. His favorite memory is pep band, especially the state pep bands at the U of M.
Logan Wolfram plays the tuba and will be entering the workforce next year. He also cites Verdon's giant cowboy hat as his favorite memory. Nicole Patching plays the flute and will be attending Alexandria Tech to study exercise science. Her favorite memory is the trip to the City Museum in St. Louis on a marching band trip.
Austin Punzak is a trumpeter. He will be attending NDSU to study graphic design. His favorite memory is jazz band and playing with the older kids.
Nick Rumer is a percussionist who plans to enlist in the Air Force. His favorite memory involves Mr. Clubby wearing ridiculous costumes for concerts. Luke Rentschler plays the tenor saxophone and will be attending Northwestern to study theater. His favorite memory is the time Clubby ordered a purple suit that did not fit him, and Luke got to wear the jacket.
Adriana Salzer plays the clarinet. She will be working full-time in agriculture. Her favorite memories are playing pep band in Minneapolis and the good feeling that comes after performing in a parade.
Bobby Jo Schmidt is also a saxophonist. She will be attending Alexandria Tech to study accounting. Her favorite memory is moving to the new band room freshman year and Clubby making her move all the biggest things. Maddie Stitch is a clarinetist and will be attending St. Cloud Tech for early childhood education. Her favorite memories were the bus rides for pep band and marching bands.
Lucy Thielen is a trombonist who will be pursuing social work or early childhood education. Her favorite memories are all the times Mr. Clubby tried to convince her to join band activities.
Gina Wiggy is a percussionist who will be attending UMD to study biology and music. Her favorite band memory was the trip to Nashville. Thank you.
I'd like to say a couple of things after that. One, there's no way I made Bobby Joe move all the biggest stuff. That just doesn't sound like me. Two, Nick, my outfits are not ridiculous. What? I don't know what you're talking about, Cassie. I look great. But on a more serious note, I will greatly miss these kids. As you can see, as they all stand up, that's a chunk of our program right there, a big chunk. And they were my freshmen when I got here, and they were reminding me once earlier last week, I guess, of the time their freshman year when I stopped the band and simply asked, why was that so bad? And I was surprised that didn't show up as I don't know what I was trying to say, but that's what came out, and it didn't necessarily move the rehearsal forward. Anyway, we've had a lot of fun, we've had a lot of laughs, we butted heads a couple of times, maybe, I don't know. We've had a good time, and I really do appreciate all of the parents of the seniors here. I appreciate the time you've allowed me to have with your children, and I am going to miss them very much. But before I can miss them, we have to play one more song. I told them if it's a Star Trek shirt, I get a gold shirt, like Captain Kirk. Here we go.
Thank you.